Time now for a look back at the key headline makers of 2021. China laid out the foundation for President Xi Jinping to maintain his reign for at least another term. Japan has named Fumio Kishida as the new prime minister. Kyung-eun tells us what these leaderships mean to Seoul's ties with each nation.
On November 11th, China's ruling Communist Party adopted a historical resolution that effectively cements President Xi Jinping's reign for at least another 5 years. The document summarizes the party's key achievements and future directions. There have been only 2 such resolutions in the party's history, delivered by former leaders Mao Zedong and Deng Xiaoping. The latest resolution comes as the CPC celebrates its 100 years of history and the completion of its first centenary goal, building a moderately prosperous society. And more than half of the document highlights Xi's role as the core enhancement of China's new era. It also presents Xi's vision for the party's second centenary goal of building a great modern socialist country, paving the way for his leadership to continue for years to come. A decision will likely be made official at the upcoming Congress set for next year, meaning Xi could serve an unprecedented third term, which is now legally possible due to a 2018 amendment. But for neighboring countries like South Korea, who's also a close ally of the U.S., that could mean more diplomatic challenges.
U.S.-China rivalry is likely to continue under Xi's reign, and both countries will continue to pressure South Korea because they need us. What Seoul needs to do is start prioritizing its own national interest in making decisions before its ties with those countries, such as regarding security alliance issues and international sanctions.
In Japan, former Foreign Minister Fumio Kishida became the new prime minister, replacing Yoshihide Suga. Many of Kishida's cabinet consists of close allies of former PM Shinzo Abe, meaning a lot of Kishida's foreign policy will likely be a carryover of Abe's, like supporting a strong alliance with the U.S. and countering security threats from China and North Korea. However, things are more complicated for Seoul-Tokyo relations, which have been strained in recent years, especially over territorial issues and South Korean victims of sexual slavery, known as comfort women during Japan's colonial rule. Experts say that Tokyo's stance on those matters will likely remain the same as before, but it could become at least more flexible.
Kishida represents a more soft-line faction within the party that prioritizes relations with neighboring countries. So although he's saying the same thing as his predecessors, like the ball is in Seoul's court and Seoul should come up with the solution, there is some degree of hope that Kishida could initiate dialogue with Seoul.
But again, experts largely agree that no immediate change is likely, and that Tokyo's long-term policy towards Seoul will likely be materialized after Japan's general election next year. Kyung-eun, Arirang News.